Sahil, do you have advice, a few words for the women who are very new to the role of leadership?
Yeah, new inside the leadership roles. That's a very tough position they're in. If they really don't know how to scientifically look at things and open up the whole physiology of the man's brain and then the woman's brain, they really have to know that if unless they do that, they're going to have some serious ups and downs, and they already know that they have more scopes pointing towards them, and they're not allowed as many mistakes as their counterparts, which are males.
We've heard men talking that there should always be a little mix. If we have a firm leader, there should be a little soft side attached to it, around to that leader. I think women, I'm not so sure, what would your say be? A woman in the today's leadership culture would add that softness to the overall leadership inside a company, particularly.
Well, she generally, theoretically, she should, but this is why, since there's no endocrinology that has been trained to her. There is no physiology that is exposed to about how leadership is supposed to be managed and maintained. Instead of going soft, we've seen leaders, women, who all of a sudden, in terms of as soon as they take up the leadership role, they tend to lose their softness, just because they want to prove that they're men, and that's very natural because all their lives they've been given the big banner that since you're a woman, we're not going to get this and that kind of role. And now that they have gotten the man's role, they tend to go to a certain effect. I'll call it being the man effect, because they want to prove that they are not a woman anymore. This is something which is that's the last thing that you should have done. You were picked because of your oxytocin agency that they have, the factory, and all of a sudden you've shut it down. That's the first thing you've shut down.
To me, if they're mimicking the men so-called leadership style, they're losing their very own identity that they can have in leadership.
Well, identity would be from person to person. I'm talking about calling the machine that every woman has. You know what I'm saying? They have an extra edge over their male counterpart, and that's the first thing that they've just shut down. The softness itself is required by men and women both as leaders. Otherwise, there's no accessibility. People will tend to come to you less if you're not that soft. And since you're a woman, you naturally are soft, and that's a gift. Instead of using it, you start to tend to hide it, under the shelf. So don't be afraid to be the woman that you are. That's what my advice to the girls who are in leadership role are. The best part about you is the fact that you're the woman. And men are always looking for that soft corner from men or women as bosses. And if you're going to give a motherly effect, that's going to be your strength. If you give a fatherly effect, people are going to go through what's called cognitive dissonance. So just don't try and prove that you're a man, because you're not a man. And the more you're going to try and prove that you're a man, you're going to be that less of a woman. And you're never going to be the man. And that's not a good thing to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it were a good thing, they would have chosen a man. If they chose you, just be the woman that you are.
Yeah, let's not tamper with the nature. What nature has to offer.
Or what you have to offer as the natural human being.
Excellent. Well, I must thank you once again, Sahil, for joining in here for an exclusive take. These are special moments that our viewers have, of course, requested.
Thank you.
We will be doing more of these. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me again.
Sure.